Welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Thursday. We are almost at the weekend. Oh man, I can feel it. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. I hope you're ready for it to be over because it is almost done. A couple quick updates before we get started here. Convention tickets have gone on sale for doTERRA. It's going to be, it's their yearly event. It is going to be in September in Utah at the stadium where the Utah Jazz play. If you're interested in attending in person, we can definitely get some travel arrangements for you. There's also a live stream version that's going on. That's the one that I'm super excited about because there's an option to add a swag box in there, and you can get some tons of cool stuff along with your purchase of your ticket, right? So that's where I'm super excited on that one. I can't get my collar to sit here. Tickets go up in price in July, and I believe it's like a $50 difference in tickets, right? So we want to lock in the lowest possible price that we can. So if you or somebody you know of is interested in attending convention, learning how to reduce the toxic load in your life, learning how to use essential oils to benefit your everyday health and wellness, and pick up a couple cool tips and tricks along the way, definitely reach out to me. This is going to be a huge event. There's tons of cool stuff all the time, and I'm super excited that they have officially gone on sale. I have launched a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course for download. If you or somebody you know of is interested in getting access, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to get it out there into the world for the masses to absorb and use to benefit their lives. So definitely reach out to me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Okay, today actually we have a pretty cool day that it is today. So yesterday it was Fresh Vegetables Day. Today is Eat Your Veggies Day. Happy Eat Your Vegetables Day to you and yours, all of you awesome people out there. So that's where I've got some tips on what helped me to incorporate veggies into my daily routine, right? We all know that vegetables are basically the building blocks of life. You need them on, you need a significant amount of them on a daily basis. It's not them specifically, but it's the nutrients that they give you, right? So the nutrients that are provided by the vegetables are what your body needs in order to perform at an optimal level all the time. So that's where we want to up our vegetable intake, and especially on a day like today, right, where we're trying to raise awareness on ways to eat more vegetables, different types of ideas that help, and that's where I've got some ideas that help me, and I want to share them with you, and hopefully they help you too. Hopefully you get some value out of them, right? So, number one way to incorporate more vegetables into your day. Side note, let me talk real quick here. I read something along the lines of you need about 14 servings of fruits and vegetables per day in order to reach to reach the amount of nutrients that your body needs. Right? 14 servings. Oh man, that's a lot. I don't know about you, right? But if I had to eat 14 servings, I probably wouldn't do a whole lot more in the day than eat vegetables, right? So that's where I've got my number one way right here is to start small, right? If you don't eat vegetables really at all, when you start, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in your body and in your backside area, right? There's going to be a lot of different feelings and emotions and sensations, I will call it, right? And it's not always going to be amazing. It's not always going to be fun. And that's what it is, right? When we switch over our diet, even in the slightest, right, it can take our body a little bit to adjust to it. And it's not something that we can just switch over one day and it just be fine, right? If you don't eat a lot of vegetables on a daily basis as is, when you start eating vegetables, right, your body's doing a whole cleanse and detox, and it's getting rid of all that gunk and the garbage that you've been feeding it for however many years, right? And trust me, you're not alone. I was bad too. I'm terrible. Pizza's my, that's my, kryptonite right there, right? Pizza, meat lovers, pepperoni, bacon, hot Italian sausage. That's my kryptonite right there, always. So for me, I had to, it was a real big adjustment for me to incorporate vegetables in my life. Because, and it was something really that I had to make like a conscious effort, right? I didn't, for me, I knew there, with my, hereditariness, I guess we'll call it, if I keep going down a certain path, right, I'm not going to live for very long. So that's why I needed to make the conscious effort. And the one thing that really helped me more than anything was just starting small, right? Add one piece of broccoli to your meals. You know, just have, for me actually, and even starting small in the literal sense of it, right? For me, those little mini cucumbers, I love them. I'll eat them all day. The little mini carrots, right? And that's what I mean. That's what I mean in terms of starting small also. As I said, right? So, starting small by just incorporating 1 or 2 vegetables into your meal, you know, just to get your body used to this, right? Your body, we're creatures of habit at the very base of it, right? So when we introduce our body into something new, it automatically reverts back to the way that you used to be, because it goes back to the way that to what your old habits are, right? There's a real big saying, old habits die hard. And it's huge. It's so true, because it's really hard to break an old habit. And if your old habits are not eating vegetables, then you definitely need to start small in order to let your body know that this is something that you want to do and you are going to continue to keep doing. Number 2, chop them up. Chop them up. This was another one of mine that really helped me almost more than anything, right? I like it when it's chopped, right? For me, eating you know, this one is a fruit, but eating an apple, if I'm going to eat the whole apple, I probably won't really find time to really care to eat it. But if I've got a chopped up apple, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be eating that, because I like it, right? It looks, to me, it looks cool, and it's also a little bit more inviting. But chopping them up made it super easy for me to eat them, because it's not like I have to go and you know, find time to do this whole thing, right? If I've got them chopped up into little pieces and I can just grab them and go, right? Little snack size, bite-sized things. And this is where I talked a little bit in the first tip, right? Those little mini vegetables, right? Cucumbers, celery sticks. You know, even those little vegetable packs, right? That you can buy from the grocery store. They've got what? The tomatoes, the celery sticks, the broccoli, the cauliflower. They've got some ranch dressing in there, right? Those things are, that's an easy way to incorporate a little bit of vegetables into your day. And that's a great way to, you know, as just a small thing that you can do to help change your thought process, right? Your daily patterns. So for me, chopping them up and putting them in the right size containers, right? Having the containers that fit into my, you know, my lunch bag, or my sort of, you know, way of living, right? If I've got this big container of vegetables, I'm probably not going to find time to eat that. But if I've got this big container of vegetables broken down into little smaller containers, so we took this big one and made it into 3 or 4 little small containers, I definitely will go for that more often than not, because I like that. That for me is easy grab and go. I like that. And then, yeah, that's like I said, right? For me, chopping them up into little bite-sized pieces, little, you know, just nibble pieces that I don't even really have to think about how I'm eating it. I just go to town on it. That really helped me, you know, a lot more than anything, I will say. Side note, water. Your body needs an excess amount of water on a day, and vegetables is actually a great way to hit your water intake. Number 3, stock your fridge, right? If you have good food to eat in your fridge, you will eat good food in your fridge. If you have bad food in your fridge, that is not going to be doing very much for your health and wellness, you are going to eat bad food that's not doing very much for your health and wellness. It starts with your fridge, right? And you know what? It starts and ends with your fridge, right? If you've got the good food in your fridge, you're going to reach for the good food because that's all that's there, right? If you've got bad food in your fridge, you're going to reach for the bad food because that's all that's there, right? And that's where we have to make that, again, that's that conscious effort, right? We have to make sure that we know that we're getting stuff that is going to be beneficial for our overall health and wellness, right? Not just to help us, have a nice quick snack every once in a while or whatever you want to call it, right? So stock your fridge with good foods, and it's not that hard, right? Also, like one of the easiest ways to stock your fridge, right, is to do it's like the outside lap. There's a name for it, but I don't really know the name for it. But it's basically, don't do aisle shopping at the grocery store, right? You're not aisle shopping. You're just going around the outside of all of the aisles, because down all the aisles is all, not processed food, but it's not the good kind food. It's all canned food. It's, factorated food, and it's not fresh food, and it's not stuff that's going to be very beneficial, right? Canned food, canned fruits and vegetables, they have their time and place, most definitely. But a lot of times you want to stick more towards the fresh side, because the fresh side is where, that's where your body gets all the nutrients that it needs, right? And that's where it can easily feast off of the fresh vegetables in order to get those nutrients, right? So stock your fridge with good food and you will eat good food. It's not really rocket science here. So we are today on National Eat Your Veggies Day, talking about simple, easy, effective ways to incorporate more vegetables into your diet. Number 1, start small. Number 2, chop them up. Number 3, stock your fridge. Number 4, don't deprive yourself of food. Do not deprive yourself of food ever, right? And this is where I guess I'll just finish that, right? Don't deprive yourself of food. Just watch what you're eating. Watch the type of snacks that you're eating. Because let's follow a day here, right? If we go and we work 9 to 5, right? And we wake up at, we'll say 7 o'clock. I don't know, I'm making up numbers here. To get to work for 9, if we eat at, say, 7:30, right, we're good at eating breakfast. Or if we don't eat breakfast, right, and we're not eating until, like, whenever lunchtime is. But I'm assuming that we're eating breakfast, right? So around 7:30, we're going to eat breakfast. What time is lunch? I don't know, 12, 1 o'clock-ish, give or take. We're starting at 9. 1 o'clock-ish, I would say, give or take. So now we're talking 5-6 hours in between our meals. I don't know about you, maybe I'm an anomaly in this case, but if I'm going 5 hours in between meals, I'm going to be a little bit hungry. And I don't know that I'm going to make it 5 hours to my next meal. And then let's follow that, let's keep going with that, right? So it's 1 o'clock that we ate, maybe 1:30, maybe, I don't know, whatever. I'm just making up numbers, right? And then when's dinner? 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? Whatever time you get dinner at. And so that's another 4, 5, 6 hours in between meals, right? And even if we take that at the very base of it, we're going from 7 in the morning until 7 at night. That's 12 hours, and we've only eaten twice, right? That's not good for our bodies. That's not how our body maintains optimal performance. That's not how our body functions properly, and that's not how you can get, that's not how you feed your body properly, right? So don't deprive yourself of food. Just watch what you're eating. This goes hand in hand with stocking your fridge, right? If you stock your fridge with foods that are going to be good for you and foods that are going to be a healthy snack throughout the day, you're going to eat more healthy snacks throughout the day. If you're not stocking your fridge with anything and you're going to the vending machine, buying a can of pop and a bag of chips for your snack, right? And I don't know, but I think it's roughly between that pop and the chips there, it's about 300 or 400 calories, right? And there's no protein, there's no nutrients, really. There's a whole heck of a lot of sugars and fat, right? And that's the stuff that's not good for you, and you're not getting full at all. You're probably, the way that specific pops were, Coke in particular, they actually make you more thirsty. Right, so if you're drinking Coke, not only are you not getting full, not only are you not doing anything beneficial from your body, but you're actually more thirsty after. And that can lead to a little bit more drinking of, unless you have water handy, you're going to be drinking another pop more often than not, right? Or even if you do like fruit juices, right, or something like that, that's still a lot of sugar on top of your can of pop, right? So that's where you got to just find that medium, I guess, if you will. Number 5, use a juicer. Right? This one actually was a huge benefit for us. This one was killer. Now, I will side note on the juicer. Most of the time when we do it, it's when our vegetables are right at the end of it. So we're putting like whole apples, whole bananas in there, cups of blueberries and strawberries, whatever it is, right? So for us, more than anything, my side tip for that is, don't try and chug it, right? Your juice, don't chug it. Just take nice little sips. Because if you're drinking and you've got a whole apple, a whole banana, and like a whole cucumber in there, right? And then you're putting those all together, and that's a lot if you're gonna just chug it, right? And you wouldn't eat that much all in that little bit of a sitting time. So that's just kind of a side note on that one. But a juicer is a great way to help when you don't have time to cook your vegetables, when you don't know when you don't really have a game plan for them, when you're running out of time, if you will. And that, I love it, right? I love the way that you can just take the juicer, you can just throw all the veggies in it, you just blend them all up, and then you make a smoothie out of it, right? And that's, put some ice in it. Maybe you can put some powder in it, right? Have a little protein shake. I love it, right? I love the juicer that we got. I love the fact that I figured out, or that I was introduced to a juicer. I love the way that it works for us, and I love the way that it allows us to not throw out our vegetables, right? When they're going a little bit bad. Holy Jesus. We are really windy over here. Really windy over here. You'd think I was outside. But yeah, juicer is a great way to help when your vegetables are at the end of their life cycle, we'll call it. My next tip is mindset, right? I talked about this a little bit right off the hop in terms of my dad and his dad, my grandfather, they both passed away when they were relatively young. Right, so for me, if I keep doing the things that they do and I don't make any conscious effort to change anything, I'm going to not be here for very much longer. And that was a realization that I had to come through, and that was a real kick in the face when I came to that realization. And that really is what it is at the very base of it, right? You have to have the mindset that I am going to change. I am going to be better. There are people that are counting on me. I need to do this for my family. I need to be there for my family. And if you're not eating the fruits and vegetables, you're not doing a benefit for your life, for your overall health and wellness at all, right? You can take supplements, but supplements only help up. Supplements are what they are. They're a supplement to your regular nutrition. Right? So that's where we need to have the regular nutrition. We need to get the mindset. We need to figure out a way that it makes sense to us to eat more vegetables on a daily basis, because vegetables, right, we only have one body to live in, and we might as well take care of it. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy in that aspect, but that's it, right? I read a real, who was it? I think it was Thomas A. Edison, one of the most famous inventors, and he said that in the future, doctors will not cure humans with medicine, but will instead prevent disease with food, right? So there's going to come a point in time where doctors aren't even going to prescribe medicine anymore. Probably not, right? Pharmaceuticals, all that stuff. But they're just going to, prescribe you food, fruits, vegetables, the meats that are good for you. And that's where you need to make that conscious effort, that, get that mindset that this is really the only life we have to live. So I get it, right? There's two kinds of hearts. Being overweight and unhealthy is hard, right? It is very hard, and all the health complications that come with that. Eating healthy, you don't even have to be a health nut, but, taking care of your body is hard. I get it. They're both hard, but at the end of the day, you need to choose your heart. One of them is going to make you a very prosperous life, and the other one is going to make you not so alive at a young age. And then my last is not actually a way to incorporate vegetables, but it's a way to help you incorporate vegetables, and that is essential oils. And essential oil, like bergamot, is actually known as the oil of self-love. And when you're trying to change your habits, right, and you're trying to do things differently, and you're trying to incorporate vegetables, and you're trying to completely change your daily routine, sometimes you just need a little bit of self-assurance, right? A little bit of calming, relaxing. I love bergamot for that one, right? It's a citrus oil, so it's naturally uplifting. But the chemical constituents in it that also provide a calming, relaxing aroma, right? So it's got that crazy ability to uplift and invigorate as well as calm and relax. And I love it. I really love that one. And my next blend of oils here is On Guard. And I picked On Guard for a specific reason, because it is the immune boosting blend from doTERRA. And basically what we use vegetables for is to boost our immune system, right? Is to help our insides perform at optimal levels. And that's where I love using the essential oils in conjunction with regular food, with the help of our natural body systems, right? All working together to create the Optimus Prime that is Andrew Sapieno. I love it, right? And On Guard, actually, it's got cinnamon in it, so it smells like Christmas too. So that, that makes me super happy. If you don't like Christmas, you probably won't like this one, or the smell of Christmas, sorry. But I really like that one. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this, right? Feel free to share this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils just to try it out before you make a commitment to a full-on oil regimen, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and an even better weekend coming up, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.